First, on making our figure, we should make sure that we are using plain white and our measurement is on IPS. So now we're going to insert our component, part 1. Now we will insert another component, our part 3. And then click open and place it right here. We're now just going to change its appearance color and make it a solid red. We are now going to insert another component, our part 2, and place it right here. The next thing we will do is we will rotate this figure until it aligns to the part where it belongs. Next is we're going to move this part over here and then select mate. We're just going to delete this. Select mate and then select this part and this part and then select check. We're now going to rotate this figure and then we will select this face and the inside face of the red figure and then we will select check. Next is we're going to move the red figure on the other side. Then again, we will rotate it until it faces the other direction and aligned with our first part. So we're going to select mate and then we will adjust the figure for us to see this part. Select this part and this part and then check. Next we're going to select this face and then this face and select check. We will select this part and this part for it to be paralleled. We will click select components and then we'll insert components and select this one. Put it right here. Select mates, select this part of the screw and this part of the hole and then select check. We are going to adjust this onto the other side. And make this part transparent. We're just going to rotate this onto the other side. Then we will select the transparency back and adjust this screw for us to have room for adjustment. We will select mate, select this part and this face of the screw and then select check. Next is we're going to select copy mates right here and then in this blue we will select this screw. Now click this arrow, select this hole and this face and then click OK. And we will repeat the process on the other side. Just select the hole and then the face. So now we're going to insert components and then we will just make this bigger and then select this part and place it right here. We're just going to rotate our figure we're going to select merge, select this part and this part, and then just make it concentric and check. We will adjust this figure downward and then rotate our figure so we can see the bottom part, and then we will select meet and then select this face and this face and then select check. Here we are just making some modifications on the colors for it to be more visible. Right now we're going to insert another component and then place it right here. We're just going to rotate our figure and make this closer to the center, and then we will select meet, and then we will select this part and this part and make sure it is concentric and select check. Next is we're going to rotate, click this face and this face so it will combine, so select check. We're now going to select another component, put it right here, and then we will select another component, put it right here. We will move this here, and then we will configure its color. We're just going to make it lighter. And now we're going to select meet, and then click this part and this part. Make sure it is concentric and select check. So now we're going to adjust this part for us to meet this. Select this part and this face of the handle and then meet, then check. And then next is we're going to find the front plane of the handle, and then linear components, mirror the components, select this circle and the arrow, and then automatically a figure will appear on the other side, and select check. Now we're going to select components, select this green part, and then we will put it right here, and then we will select meet, select this bar and the inside of this figure, and then make sure it's concentric and select check. Next is we're going to find the front plane of this green figure and the front plane of this handle, and then we will select meet and select check. So next is we're going to insert components and select this orange part and place it right here. Now we're going to zoom in, and then we will adjust our orange figure going to this side, and then we're going to meet this part and this part, and then select check. Next is we're going to click mate again, this face, and then the other side of the orange figure here, and then select check. Next is insert component again. We're going to choose this gear, and then we'll place it right here. Then we're going to move it onto this green part, and let's just zoom in, select mate, and we will select the inside of the gear in this circle, select check. Next is we will align this part and the side of this gear for it to be aligned properly, and then select check. We're going to move this a little bit for us to have room for another mate. And then we're going to zoom in. select mate, and then this part and this part, and then select check. Here we are just rotating our handle for it to be aligned on the red part. Now we're going to select mate and then select this face. We'll select this face and the face of this part, and then select check. We will move this a little bit to make room for another mate. Select this part and this part, select check. So here is our partial handle. As you can see, it is now rotating. Next is we're going to insert component and choose this color blue. And then we're just going to rotate this figure. Here we're going to select mate, and then we will select this inside of this color blue figure and the inside of this color green. And then we will move this a little bit, this blue part, and then mate again this face and then the inside face of the color blue, and then select check. Next is we're going to insert component and select this part. We're just going to rotate this part for it to be aligned. Then select mate, and then select advance and width. We will select this side and this side, and this side of the red figure and this side. Select check. Select mate again, and then we will select the inside face of this red figure and this part of the brazil. Select check. As you can see now, it is moving. And then next is we're going to change the transparency of this red figure, and then we will select mate. We will select mate and then choose mechanical and choose rock pinion. And for the first part, we are going to select this line, and then we will rotate our figure. And then we will select this part, and then select check. And now, as you can see, our two figures are moving synchronously. Now we're going to change the transparency, and then we will select mate, select advanced mate, and then select this part and this part, and select check. And then we will change the distance for 12, 19, and 12 also on the bottom part, and select check. Now, as you can see, our rotation has its limitation from up and down. Next is insert components. We will insert this yellow, and then we will put it right here. Next is we're going to rotate our figure at the bottom. Then we will select mate, and then we will select this part and this part, then select check. Next is we're going to select mate again, and then select this face, and then select check. And then we will insert component. We will insert these two parts, the washer and another bolt, and let's put it right here, the bottom. Next is we're going to move the washer onto the other side, and then we will select mate. Then we will select this face and then this face, and then select check. We will adjust this figure, and then we will mate again this part and then this part, and then select check. Next is we're going to select mate, select the inside of this color blue and then the bolt. And as you can see, it is facing the wrong direction, so we're going to flip it and then select check. Now we're going to make the other components transparent for us to adjust the bolt inside because the bolt got stuck inside. Okay, now that the bolt is outside, we're going to change the transparency of the other parts. And also we will change the color of the bolt, and then we will select mate and then select the face, this face and this face, and then select check. Next is we're going to insert component again, and then we will select this part, this square, and then we'll rotate this for it to be facing front. So we're going to rotate the z-axis. This is about right, and then we will put it right here. And now we will zoom in and select mate, and then select this part and this part, and then select check. And then we will adjust this part and then select this face and this face, and then select check. Next is we're going to mate these two parts for it to be aligned, and then select check. Next is insert components, and then choose this bolt, and then we will put the bolt right here, and then just make some adjustment. We will rotate this bolt. Then select mate, select this part of the bolt, and then select this part of the bolt and this part, and select check. Now for another mate, we're going to select this face and this face of the silver plate. And now we're going to change the color of the bolt into a lighter black, and then select check. Now we're going to use copy mates, and then we will select this bolt and move the arrow, this hole, and this face. And then we will repeat the process onto the two holes at the bottom. And as you can see here, our figure is partially done. We're just going to make some adjustment in terms of the colors for its appearance. And now for the last part, we are going to apply motion.